Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of reading your sports hot takes on the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. That's a mouthful, but we're here.
We here.
It's me. You know me. It's Isaiah, here with my favorite co-host, Mr. Moses Famino.
What's going on, everybody?
And as we talked about to start the last video, these are your hot takes, so shameless plug again. If you want to be in these videos, and we would love to have you in these videos, follow us on our Twitter, on our Instagram, on our personal Instagrams, and we post plenty for you guys to interact with. And we want to obviously make this a long-standing thing on the channel. So got a lot of takes today across all sports.
Yep.
And we are excited to get into them. The first one we've got, two takes.
We
got one person said Geno Smith is overrated. Carson said this.
Okay.
The other take, Geno Smith is underrated. This comes from Tyler. We got two different takes on the same person, the same quarterback, after a career season, signing a multi-year contract with the Seahawks. Moses, what camp are you in? Do you think Geno is overrated or underrated or rated perfectly?
You know, I was about to say, I don't think the Seahawks are gonna have a good year, as we touched on in our record predictions. They might have a good year. I might have been biased in my take there.
Happens.
I'm going to go with properly rated because I believe that Geno Smith was the comeback player of the year last year. He played his freaking heart out. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that season from the Seahawks. Helped them out, pushed them to a playoff run, and they still had a great pick in the draft. It was just an amazing year for the Seahawks.
Totally.
With that being said, because of the award, some people might be overrating him in my eyes. I'm going to need to see this again. I'm going to see maybe not as good of a season because last season was his best season by far of his career, but a similar consistent type season. And then maybe I'd be willing to say that Geno is underrated, whatever that is. But for now, I'm going in the properly rated to slightly overrated just because of the award. People are kind of like, oh, no, he's up. He's a dog. He's a tape don't lie. Tape lies sometimes. Yeah. Lies. I think it lies. So.
Well, I can understand that. I have... You know, the boring answer is he's perfectly rated, and it feels like a cop-out. But I feel like he is. Like, he's a player who I think a perfect quarterback comp to him is a Jared Goff, where it's just a really solid quarterback, the Kirk Cousins of the world. Those are really good quarterbacks. If you have them as your quarterback, you're stable at the position. Kirk has proven that over multiple years. Goff has proven that over multiple years. If Geno can prove this again, that's great. You know, I think he's a fringe top 10 quarterback. Like, that's kind of his range is like maybe 8 to 14, somewhere in there. So I don't see him as overrated because this kind of falls into the Jaylen Brown talk we had last video. I don't see anyone overrating him because I don't see him in like top 5 convos. Like, that would be outlandish.
Yeah.
And I don't see him underrated because he was the darling of the league. Like, he was one of the biggest.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back.
Exactly.
It's
collectively had everyone supporting him in the league. Like, people just wanted to see him do good because everyone wrote him off. So I wouldn't say he's underrated because he got his flowers. He got a nice little payday with the Seahawks. So I wouldn't call him underrated, but it feels wrong to call him overrated as well.
It's tough.
So I don't know. I have him as a fringe top 10 quarterback. That's where I'd put him. And so do with that as you will. If you consider that overrated, okay. If you consider that underrated, that's fine too. But that's where I would put Geno on my current quarterback list.
Yeah, valid.
Okay. Okay. We move over now to some basketball. Brian came through with this take. Moses. The Boston Celtics championship window is closed. And let me add on to it. There was an extra point to it. The window is closed, and they might not get one for the next 25 years. I'd love for you to answer first. So take your time. But
I'm sorry. This is one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard anyone say ever in any conversation in the history of the world. What we're just saying things. Like what made this take? What happened the last few years? This playoffs that made this take even a consideration. Yes, we've had some postseason blunders. Made it to the finals against the Warriors. Couldn't finish it out. Couldn't make it past the 8 seed Heat after being down 3-1. Did Tatum lose all basketball skills in the offseason? Yeah. Did we lost Marcus Smart? Did we not get Kristaps? Like, it's just I don't really see where this is coming from other than I'm a Lakers fan and I'm an idiot. So what do you got, Zay?
Wow. I think I loved your response. I love the fire of the take.
Thanks.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's literally no validity to this. Tatum's still young. Jalen is still young. You added another all-star caliber big. How is that?
If not, it's at one of its highest.
Yeah. Let's do a quick run through of the East. The Bucks stayed relatively the same.
Yep.
They're older though.
Mm-hmm.
Their window is closing because they're getting older. This isn't to say they're bad, but they are. The Heat are trying to trade for Dame. They're the favorite. There's a world that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
They lost multiple key role players that got them to the finals.
Yep.
So you have that. You have the Knicks. It's a good team. It's a team that the Celtics should beat. So you go, the Sixers are going to lose Harden. What's that mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the Celtics arguably got better. Yeah, you lost Grant. You lost Marcus. Pretty sure Kristaps Porzingis is
can fill those.
A really good player, a really good 20-10 player who can space the court.
Yeah.
This isn't even Celtics bias. I just don't see how you could argue this point to anyone. So,
and it's again looking at the East. It's kind of like the NFL, AFC, NFC. The East is the weaker side.
Yes.
The West is freaking loaded.
Yeah.
So that even more so benefits the Celtics and goes against your tape, your stupid ass tape. So thanks, Brian, for the question.
Let's move on now. Nothing else I need to add. That's I feel like you put a bow on it. The next take comes from Kobe, who is a Giants fan. Saquon sitting out does not impact the New York Football Giants playoff hopes. You want to start this off, or what do you got?
I should have had this pulled up, and I'm not gonna pull it up in time. But I wanna look at how the Giants did when Saquon went down. When was that? Was that last year? 2 years ago?
2 years ago, because yeah,
2 years ago, they
he's
didn't make the
coming off.
playoffs, right?
No.
Okay. So with that being said, I just wanted to bring that up. I should add that, but I'm going to go as far as to say that he is a necessity for them to make the playoffs. Sure, freak things happen. It happened in baseball last year with Ronald Acuna. They lost their best player and they still won the World Series. It happens. The Giants, again, receiving core, I talked about it in the last Hot Takes video, is not the best. They need a good run game to stay afloat. They have a great defense that can keep them in games. But it's a two-sided attack on offense. It's not all passing. And you could go as far to say it's a one-sided attack with running because of Saquon. So I am going to disagree with this take pretty heavily. I think it would basically tarnish the season. Zay, what do you got?
Yeah, this is a hard disagree. I will go as far to say Saquon don't play, they don't make the playoffs. That's it. It's that simple. I would take some of the teams in our records video. I'm taking them over. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yep.
Like, I'm taking some of those other teams because I know what they are. I have that confidence. Saquon is pivotal to that team. This isn't like losing, Isaiah Hodgins. It's a good receiver. He's replaceable. Saquon, you don't have a running back that can replace him. And unless a Dalvin Cook,
I was about to say,
even then, Saquon is leagues ahead of Dalvin Cook. So,
especially nowadays.
Yes. So it's like, no, this doesn't just impact playoff hopes, it kills them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see a world where Saquon sits out, misses the season, and the Giants win 10, 11 games. That doesn't happen. He's too important. So 100%. You could argue, obviously, Danny Dimes had a great season last year, got paid. You could argue Saquon is more important to that team than Danny, though.
Probably is.
Like, just in terms of the whole workload, and
it's the whole quarterback thing nowadays. They get the money, the MVP award is theirs, they're
everything. Everything benefits the quarterback. So and normally I say, you don't pay the running backs. It's not because it's right, but because that's the way the league is now. You don't pay them. It doesn't matter how good they are. You draft.
Because you need younger, because
cheap bodies.
Something's going to go.
Yep. Cheap bodies.
It sucks, but yeah.
He is an exception. He is an exception because of how important he is to that team. Derrick Henry is an exception because without him, the Titans are awful. Probably the worst team in the league.
They're ones of a kind. They make their teams. They build around the team, build around them, basically.
Yes. Nick Chubb with the Browns. He is a pivotal, essential piece to that offense.
Yep.
In my opinion, you lose Saquon, season's done.
Yeah.
I agree. And you can't say that about many backs. So, that's my take there. The next take that we have. RG3 could have been a top 10 quarterback of all time had it not been for injuries.
I like it.
What have you got?
Who'd this come from?
This came from... I can't even read my own handwriting. Brody. Sorry.
Brody.
Thank you.
Brody. Appreciate it, my brother. This is a very interesting question because it's very tough to say. You never know. Injuries suck.
Yeah.
But my opinion, RG3 was that freaking guy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
he was electric coming out of college.
Yeah.
It was just, he had the whole Linsanity effect. He has that effect that some of those guys have, Manziel type hype coming out of college. And he was backing it up until he got hurt.
Yeah.
Offensive rookie of the year. Like he was playing great. So top 10, there's a lot of great quarterbacks that have played this game. That is a very hard list to crack.
Yep.
But I think RG3 was going to go on to be better than Michael Vick, and Michael Vick's probably close to top 10. So I think RG3 would slip into my top 10 if he had a full, but it's all speculation. It's all speculation. Yep. So Zay, what do you got? I have a feeling you disagree with it, but
yeah, I disagree, but it's a fun one in theory. My comp is Derrick Rose because there's so many the proof was in the pudding. It was there. You saw how good he was. And the other quarterback in his class who went before him, Mr. Andrew Luck, had he stayed on the field, absolutely is in that. I would argue for Luck harder than RG3, but not a knock on RG3. Luck was, he took a team that won the #1 overall pick and made the postseason his rookie season. It's
pretty
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it does suck. RG3 sadly is one of those big what ifs due to the injuries and everything like that. Could he have made a case? I like your Michael Vick comp.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I personally don't think so. There's just too many good names, and there's too many current quarterbacks who have potential to be in that. Like Mahomes is already top 10. He's already top 5. If I'm being honest,
you're low-key right. The next generation is quite loaded, but and it's hard, man. It's every generation is loaded, dude. Football, there is, like, obviously every sport's like that, but I feel like in football, there is just so many dogs.
Yeah,
like it's insane. Yeah,
I totally agree. So it's tough. It's a fun one because RG3 was so fun with that team, but sadly we didn't get to see it like blossom in the way we have Russ, who was in that draft class. So it sucks, man, but I'd probably say no. Good question, though.
Great question. That is a very intriguing question.
Yeah. The next one is it's a lot. It's a lot. If Anthony Edwards gets on a contending squad, he can be better than Kobe Bryant all time. This comes from Jackson. You want to tackle this first? What if
Zay, I'm kind of interested in what you got to say here. I believe I got my answer. Let's see if you persuade me at all in what you got.
No. Pause. Here's why. The hard no. I'm saying hard no.
Hard no.
The big thing, the thing in this quote, if Anthony Edwards gets on a contending squad, Kobe Bryant in his time when playing with the Lakers made the Lakers a contending squad. He elevated that squad because of how fucking good he was. Yes, you had all-time greats that he played with. Duh. Obviously. But it's not like Anthony Edwards is playing with straight bums. He's not playing with nobodies. He's got Cat, All-Star, Rudy Gobert, multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year, Naz Reid. He's not playing with bums. He doesn't get to do the LeBron with Cleveland where he's carrying garbage, no offense, but to the finals.
Yep.
He doesn't get that because he's on a decent team. So I 1000% disagree. For Edwards to even be able to be on that tier, 6 rings, he's not winning 6. He's a great player. I like Anthony Edwards. He will go down nowhere in the near radius of Kobe. So that's my take. What have you got?
You went hard no. I'm going to go soft no.
Okay.
I'm going to go soft no.
Okay.
Obviously, Kobe is Kobe.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, great player. Shown flashes in the playoffs that he could be a 1. He could be a elevated Kobe type player, but I don't think he gets there. He's already 3 seasons in. Obviously, all-star games don't matter as much. Things happen. I don't care. I just noticed this though. I just noticed this just for fun.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards has been an all-star 1 season out of the 3 seasons he's been in the league.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant was an all-star 18 out of 20 years. So if Anthony Edwards and injured for
a full
one of those years,
so
yes.
Void that.
So yeah, 18 out of 19.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, if he was to play 20 seasons, he can't miss another all-star game. Let's just say, even though they don't matter, just for fun. Obviously, they're nowhere near the same. Anthony Edwards is going to go down as a solid NBA player, but there's a lot of those. And I'm assuming probably 50 years from now, he's might be one of those guys that, oh, yeah, remember Anthony Edwards? Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was a hooper. He was fun.
He was a hooper.
He was a good player. Really good.
It's probably going to be like a Jerry Stackhouse for me. I don't know. Maybe better than that, but I'm sorry. But
here, if this question doesn't particularly offend you, here's another way to phrase this. Anthony Edwards will be a fringe, if not top 5 player of all time in basketball. How's that sound?
That is basically what it's saying. Yeah, that's unreal.
No.
That's one of the hotter takes on here.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not, and again, we're not trashing people's take. We want the hot takes.
No, for sure. We love it. Sorry. No, I'm not. But
when I say hard no, this isn't to demean anyone. There's no way I could see Anthony Edwards as a fringe, even top 10 player.
Yeah.
That's the Durant's. Those guys are.
When you put it that way, I don't think that's not disrespectful at all. That's just facts.
No,
there's no shot, dude.
Sorry,
put it
not
like
a
that.
top 5. Yeah, Giannis isn't in that top 5 discussion yet.
Yeah, he might be at the end of his career, and that's crazy to even. Yeah,
Jokic. So
there, yeah.
There, even when you look at current players, it's that is some lofty expectations that he's not gonna hit. Not gonna hit. Yep. Again, great player. I like Anthony Edwards a lot.
I rock with Andy,
but he's a hilarious dude. He's a hooper. He's really entertaining to watch, and I think he is a guy who could win a title or 2 over his career. But
no, for sure. Yeah, I see him winning a title. No, nowhere.
But I just don't see.
There's L for me.
There's no way. Now we move on though to another basketball take. Mr. Steph Curry is.
Wait a minute.
Top 3 all time. This comes from
thought
Cody.
This question was current.
Oh, is it? Hold up.
Because if it's all time, this is also on the spectrum of dumbest.
Nope. Wardell Stephen Curry is a top 3 basketball player to ever live.
Okay, bro. Okay, man. Cody. Okay, all right. I can't get mad because it's like the NFL things. Cody loves Steph Curry. That's his boy. That's number 1.
Yep.
But bro, I love JT. I ain't saying he's top 3 all time. Obviously, that's different because Steph Curry's a multiple-time champion, best shooter probably ever. But I was just saying, like, I feel like you could argue top 10, possibly, maybe. Top 15 probably is more of where we're at. Yep. Top 3 all-time ever history.
No.
Top 3 maybe to change the game ever.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Yes.
Changing the game, yes. But as a basketball player, no, sir.
Nope. We referenced in our video last time. So if you want to peep that, we kind of discussed top 5 players with Kobe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say in it, my top 3 is cemented in whatever order you want to order. It's Kareem, Bron, MJ. It doesn't matter how you order them. I don't care if you think Bron's better. I don't care if you think MJ is better. That's the top 3. And then you get Magic. Is Curry a better point guard than Magic? I don't know. I mean, Curry has 4 rings, but 2 of them don't count. So, yeah, greatest shooter of all time. Listen, and I'm saying this, I'm not even saying this as a hater. He beat my Celtics fair and square.
He beat us. He cooked us. He worked us. He's unstoppable. When he gets into his mojo, you can't stop him. There's nothing you can do. You step up on him, he'll go by you. You sag off, he's hitting a 30-foot 3. So he's unguardable when he locks in.
He is the only player in NBA history. This would be my take. The only player in NBA history where there is not a bad shot anywhere on the court. I'm dead serious. He could be triple teamed from 3, contested. Guess what? Oh, well, good take.
It's a better shot than Draymond corner open 3.
Yeah. So it's like, listen, man, yes, are there better looks than that? Obviously. But my point is Curry can pull from anywhere, and it's like, yep.
That's cool.
Not bad.
Steve doesn't bat an eye. Yeah.
No, I'd be like, yeah, it's Curry. It's the greatest shooter to ever touch a basketball.
Yep.
But top 3, no.
We're doing a little too much.
Yeah. That's too high for me. So that's my opinion there. The next take, going back to football, take from Camden. Prime Randy Moss is the greatest wide receiver of all time. Kind of an interesting take because, in my opinion, I don't think it's hot. Like, he's kind of consensus top 3, top 5.
Yep.
But it's interesting. What do you think? Would you put him 1?
Unbiased,
Oh, yeah.
2007, 2008 Randy Moss. 23 touchdown receptions. Just in case you didn't know, that's a NFL record to this day.
Yep.
Prime Randy Moss for me is my GOAT wide receiver. I don't care.
Yeah.
I love Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is probably 2. I got Randy, Jerry.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. 3 is where it gets tough for me, but I think Randy Moss that season, it was at the time, Tom Brady also threw for the most touchdown passes until Peyton Manning broke that. And now he is tied with Patrick Mahomes, who did that a couple years back.
Yeah.
He also throw 50. So that year was just an unbelievable year for that duo. So, and that's also 1 year of his prime. He was started to peak in Minnesota. So, I have to, that season's too special for me. It's he's my GOAT wide receiver, but like you said, he's consensus top 3, top 5.
Yeah.
I can see where this can go. So
I just am gonna throw numbers out.
Yeah, give me some numbers.
And
give
again,
because I didn't do that. I only did that. Only did the 23 touchdown receptions. But
I'm not mad either way because again, This is like someone to me that argues Kareem is the best player of all time. Okay.
Yep.
Like, I may disagree, but it's not like a hard disagree. Super Bowl wins. Jerry Rice, 3. Randy Moss, 0. Super Bowl MVPs. Jerry Rice, 1. Randy Moss, 0. Super Bowl appearances, 4. Jerry Rice, 2. Randy Moss. Playoff appearances, 15. Jerry Rice, 7. Randy Moss. So over double. 20 seasons played in the NFL for Jerry Rice to 14 for Randy Moss. 13 Pro Bowls for Jerry Rice, 7 Randy Moss. AP first team All Pros, 10 Jerry Rice, 4 Randy Moss. AP second team All Pros, 2 Jerry Rice, 0 Randy Moss. NFL receiving yards leader in the
we're
season.
good. Yeah, we're good.
6 Jerry Rice, 0 Randy Moss. He also had 6 touchdown seasons where he led to 4 for Randy Moss. Again, I am not saying that Randy Moss is garbage. Those stats, when you put Randy's stats up against most receivers, he blows them out. Jerry's a different animal. And yeah, he played with Joe Montana. That guy Randy Moss played with some pretty good quarterbacks too over his time. So it's a tough debate.
Here, Zay, I'll cave. I'll cave a little bit. I'll cave a little bit because you just did. So there was this time in the NHL season when the Bruins, obviously, I'm jumping back to this. We were number 1 in like every category. And the announcer was reading it for literally like 45 seconds straight. That's what you just did to me there with Jerry Rice. So I'm pretty convinced. I'm gonna lock it in by saying if we went on to finish that undefeated season and Randy Moss had a massive playoff something, I would have had to have given it to him. But because we choked in the Super Bowl undefeated, I guess we'll have to keep him at 2 because that's where he finished in his best season ever.
Again,
so,
though,
I guess it's meant to be.
This is the whole, like, MJ versus Braun thing, though, where it's like no matter who you pick, it's, in my opinion, it's not a bad pick because they're 2 of the greatest to ever play receiver.
Yep.
Fact. There's no if any fan doesn't have both of them in the top 5 minimum, I don't care for your list.
Yep.
So that's why to me it's like, the stats are crazy and there was more, but again, I didn't need to keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But they're both all-time greats. So to me, it's like, I'm not mad at this take, but I'd probably go Jerry Rice. And this is coming from a Packers fan, man. I think I want to give the Niners some more gas.
He's the best receiver of all time, damn it.
I
had to say it. Dang it.
It's a hot take. Damn it. But that's a fun one. That's a fun one.
Yeah, that's a super fun question.
Yeah, it's always
who
fun
asked that?
Greats. That was a Camden one.
Camden, great. Cam's cooking.
Yeah, Cam is cooking. The next take, we stay with football. This one comes from. Where's the name here? Oh crap. I can't find it. Oh, hold up.
Oh, it's Dante. I just remembered. It's Dante.
Yes.
Yep. Dante, appreciate this question because this is especially for the friends that we got, lots of Seahawks fans.
Yes.
This is we know we got some bias in here.
Sure.
We got some heavy bias.
Yes.
Here. Not us, obviously, but in our vicinity normally.
Yes.
So I love this question.
I do too. It's one of the best defensives I have seen with my own 2 eyes in terms of, like, I'm not looking at tape from the 70s when I was freaking 30 years out from being born.
Yep.
I'm looking at tape from my team, the Packers played this team and they were damn good.
And I remember watching this. I was growing up watching this and growing up around the hype and growing up around all the Seahawks fans calling me whatever because I was a Patriots fan and the Legion of Boom. It was horrible. I'd have tough skin, man. That was
Yeah.
every Monday when I'd get up and the Patriots lost and the Seahawks won, I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to go to school.
Oh man. Dude, I'll share a personal story then before we get into this.
Yep.
The Fail Mary that happened, we all know how that game was supposed to end. The Foot Locker refs ruined it. But I went to school the next day. First off, that's the first game I got like teary-eyed at.
Yeah.
Like ever. I was like early teens.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what? I was like running around my house like, no, there's no way. There's no way. What is this? I'm like wearing my Clay Matthews jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way. I'm freaking out.
Horrible. Yeah.
And I go to school the next day, and my 6th grade teacher was a Seahawks fan.
Oh, dude.
And he was like, man, what a win yesterday for the Seahawks. It would suck to be a Packers fan. And I almost lost
You're
it.
sitting there.
I almost got him.
Dude.
Man, don't say that.
What'd you say, dude?
Don't say that. You want a knuckle sandwich, buddy? You want to fight?
I say.
So
I wouldn't have gone. I would have been sick that day, dude. I would have been sick.
It was terrible.
I'm stinking the temperature thing in the lamp and popping it in my mouth as soon as Mom walks. Yeah, I'm lying.
Yeah. So that's our quick story for that. But what's your for the take now?
Time? For the take
now. What have you got? Do you agree? Disagree? What are we cooking with?
So as you said, not going back in time to look at tape from the 60s, 80s, whenever.
Yeah.
Did grow up seeing this defense. This defense was damn good.
Yes.
I actually, before this video started, when I'm getting my things set up, getting my notes ready, I was talking to Isaiah, everybody, and I was like, Zay, I feel like there was a football team. Like I was like, I feel like the Steelers in the 70s just had a dog team. And little did I know that was the 76 Steel Curtain Pittsburgh Steelers. Mean Joe Green. That's the only name I know because I'm not 60. I'm not an old head. I'm not. But I got some stats here for you. Please. That year, 9.9 points per game allowed. Under 10. Under double digits points allowed.
Dude.
237 yards allowed, league first. 104 rushing yards per game allowed, league first.
Mm-hmm.
Barely over 100. 46 turnovers, 5th in the league. I could keep going with their stats. They
46. Yeah,
they were top 5 in
everything.
Damn near every defensive category, 1 for most of them. This defense has to be one of the best defenses of all time.
Yeah.
They as I'm reading right here, they didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They lost in the AFC Championship, but the stats are there, man. That is insanity.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Obviously the Bears have had some really good teams, especially in the 80s. So there's that. But the team I wanted to bring to the table was the 2000 Ravens that did win a Super Bowl.
Okay. I don't know this team.
Led by Ray Lewis. Here's a fun stat. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even sound real. They allowed one offensive touchdown in 4 playoff games. 1. And these
it doesn't matter. Do we know what round that was? Was it in the first round? Did it say? But that doesn't really matter.
It's the whole playoffs. First, second, third Super Bowl. 1 in 4 weeks. And the reason the stats are so impressive, they were playing playoff teams.
Yeah, no, that wasn't some regular. Yeah, I gave you regular season stats. A lot of things can happen in the regular season, which is obviously that's a lot of games and 16 back then, but
way bigger sample size. So,
but playoff football to hold a team to all 4 teams you play, 1 total touchdown allowed. That is
ridiculous. That stat doesn't sound real.
Heard of the two. I wasn't born yet, so that's insane.
It's it's crazy. And so I'm not here to bag on the Seahawks defense. It was, and the Legion of Boom was so cool growing up in the Pacific Northwest, like the Crabtree moment with Sherm, all of that, that nucleus, Cam Bam Chancellor, Bobby Swagner. You had so many cool pieces. Earl Thomas. Careful with looking that up now when you look his name up, because you might see some things that are not football related, but a legend. But
a legend. He's not guilty. We got to make that clear. He's not guilty.
Hey. I know nothing. But don't look it up. So it's tough. I personally would not say they're the best ever, but definitely top 10. Argue top 5.
I'd probably give them top 5. Probably. I only looked at a couple. Yeah, I only looked at a couple of the older teams, but I'd probably have to slip them into the top 5.
Yeah. So that's great defense. Probably the best defense I've seen growing up as a football fan. So that
the Patriots did have the killer bee, but I was young. The Patriots had a killer bees with Teddy Bruschi. It was Vrabel there. They were disgusting.
Yeah.
But I was a little young for that. This is by far the best defensive team I've ever seen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a fun take, but personally, I would say no. But it's close. You can make an argument.
It is close. You could definitely make an argument.
The last question, and in my opinion, the best question that we got
is a freaking heater from the boy Dylan.
Kobe Bryant putting up 81 points in a game is more impressive than Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. Lots to unpack. The easy answer is, well, 100's better than 81. We're not doing that here, buddy. We're not doing it. For all you people that wanted to comment, oh, that's a boring one. It's not, though. It's a fun take.
Yeah.
Mo, you want to start? You want me to?
I'm kind of going back and forth. I believe I know what I want to say.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what you got, though, because you said I thought this was one of the better questions we got.
Yeah.
But you seem to be very intrigued on this. I feel like you might have something for me. So what do you got?
So to read off stats, just to set a stage for what happened for both players. Kobe Bryant was 21 of 33 from 2-point range. Ridiculous. 7 of 13 from 3-point range. And 18 of 20 from the free throw line to end up with 81. Wilt Chamberlain, the important, very important caveat, did this without a 3-point line. 100 without a 3-point line. He took 63 shots from the field, hit 36 of them, 28 of 32 from the line, and he was a career average of a 51% free throw shooter. And he made 28 of 32.
Bro was feeling it that day.
He was straight. Yep, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say about Wilt Chamberlain. If you want to learn more about him off the court, it's really fun.
Wilt lived a great
legendary life.
An amazing life.
So there's that. He was feeling himself. It's the Jordan Poole meme where there were some baddies in the stands and he was hooping.
Wilt was OG. Well, because Jordan Poole's one of his sons, one of his offspring.
True. Him, Otto Porter. Those
You
are
know, there's multiple.
those are all his kids.
I'm dead.
So the stats are both incredible, both ways.
Yep.
If you deduct though the 3-pointers that Kobe hit, that's 7 less
calculations.
Points. Yep. I know. It's 7 less points. Again, still incredible. This is not to take away from it. However, 74 points now is what you're sitting at if you remove it. And again, this is all hypothetical. But with no 3-point line, that's what Wilt ended with, was 100. And if you remove the 3-point line for Kobe and you keep the bucket still, but they're twos, 74.
74. And I'm just throwing this in there.
Yeah.
Wilt shot 10 more free throws, I believe you said. So even let's just say Kobe shot 10 more free throws, hits 9 out of 10.
He shot 12 more free throws. 32 shot for Wilt. Yes, Wilt made 10 more.
Yep. So like that obviously helps, but still the threes that they kind of cancel out.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yes. Yeah. It's basically, you can call it a cancel. That's totally cool.
Yep.
You know, he did shoot the ball 30 more times.
Yeah.
Almost double Kobe.
He didn't. Did he play all 48 minutes? Did he not come off the floor?
I'm assuming he played. Yeah. And the big thing is, like, once the team realized that they were close, they started like force-feeding him the rock. Yeah. Just to be like, shoot every time. Kind of like Kobe's last game in Utah, where it was like, he's going to keep shooting because this is his night. Yeah. So I would definitely stick with Wilt. I wanted to throw the stats in so it wasn't this boring 100's bigger than 81, because that's the like basic cop out, and I think this question deserved more. Mo, what have you got though? What's your take?
I'm gonna go with the basic cop out. 100's more than 81.
I love it.
The threes definitely opened my mind up. Obviously, I knew that there was no 3-point line back then, but that's not something I thought about right away when this question was asked. So that definitely is big ups for Wilt. 12 more free throws, that's ups for Kobe. But the fact that he was a 50% career free throw shooter and shot like that, man, like you can't be mad at him for having a good day at the free throw line.
Seriously. Yeah.
So that's just like, I think that even makes it more impressive. The fact that he was that bad of a free throw shooter and he hit that many, that might be the most impressive part of this.
Yeah, totally. Because Kobe,
especially if they were force feeding him the ball and this is Wilt. He has to drop it in because he's standing above it.
It's true.
So,
and you can argue comp, you can argue all of these different things. There's a lot of layers to this.
Tons of layers.
But again, we talk about it all the time. You don't pick when you're born, man. So
wasn't his fault.
Was born when he was, and he put up a 100-point game. I will say the fact that there's not full tape on that game,
footage, evidence, something.
Again, I'm not on some conspiracy theorist stuff, but it's at least still like, Kobe's is proven.
Yep.
That baby was on ESPN, I'm pretty sure. We know. You can look it up on YouTube and find it.
It's there.
You can't look up Wilt's.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with Wilt, but both games are iconic. So
100%.
You know, it's kind of like the Jerry Rice, Randy Moss thing.
Yeah.
Both great. So
couldn't agree more.
That's our last one for this video.
Yup.
We hope you guys enjoyed. We appreciate all of the questions. This was
great hot takes. Yeah.
Great hot takes.
From most people. Those of you know
who you are.
If they weren't good. So
I think you made it clear how you felt. I respect it.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
You know, there's that. So you know how this goes. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
And now we give back. Song of the pod.
The community.
Song of the pod. What do you add into the people's playlist, Mo? You got something?
I do got some. I got some that's a little bit newer to me, a little bit of a newer type of music. It's still rap, still hip hop, kind of just a little different type of sound. I got Lucky today with Why Not? His banger. That's his banger. Great. I'm not stepping off the beaten path. This one isn't really a hidden gem. This one's a banger for the people who know Lucky. If you don't know Lucky, this is a great song.
Totally. Good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
I've got another rap song by another hip hop legend, Chief Keef, GOAT, one of the most influential artists of all time. Chief So by Chief Keef. This beat, this is one of my favorite songs I've heard in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to talk anymore. Just play it.
Go play it.
Like, leave a like on this video, please. But then exit off. Don't listen to our outro.
Share it with your friends. And then,
please subscribe. If you're not subscribed,
subscribe.
Bro, selfish. We're giving you music. But
come on. Let's trade. Let's help each other out.
You subscribe. We give you guys some sports stuff that you care about, I guess. And then the real stuff.
The real part is music. Yep.
So, Chief So by Chief Keef, especially when you're in the gym, bro. It's 5 minutes of straight. Just like,
I'm getting it.
I love it. So, that's it, everybody. We hope you had fun. We hope you enjoyed. We hope you participate the next time we do these.
Please do.
We would love if you did.
We do use not every single one, but most.
Yes.
So if you commented, it wasn't in here, doesn't mean we hate you. It just wasn't part of our plan for this video. But
absolutely.
Keep commenting. We appreciate it. Yes. We read every single comment. Nothing goes unnoticed. So it means a lot to us. Yeah, absolutely. With that, we thank you guys. We hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And we will see you in the next video. Attack the week, everyone. Have a good one. Attack the week. See you guys.